In the latest episode of the Trump administration's riveting reality series, The Apprentice, Washington, D.C. edition, we were treated to a high-stakes showdown between the Institute of Peace and the newly minted Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, not to be confused with the popular cryptocurrency, though both have been known to make headlines of an entirely different nature. The drama unfolded on a seemingly ordinary Monday, as rogue bureaucrats at the Institute of Peace, yes, you heard that right, the Institute of Peace, found themselves at odds with a team from DOGE. In a scene that could only be described as a bureaucratic Wild West, tensions apparently escalated to the point of requiring police intervention. Because naturally, when we think peace, we think police standoff, right? White House spokeswoman Anna Kelly, taking a moment from what must be an incredibly busy schedule, reassured the American public via Fox News Digital that the Trump administration will not allow rogue bureaucrats to hold agencies hostage. One can only imagine the sinister plots these peace-promoting bureaucrats had in mind, perhaps a dangerous new initiative to spread kindness or a treacherous strategy to encourage dialogue. For those unfamiliar with the Institute of Peace, it was established back in the halcyon days of 1984 under the Reagan administration with the quaint mission of promoting peace and diplomacy on the international stage. Fast forward to 2020, and it seems that mission has become just a bit too rebellious for the current administration's taste. After all, in an era where peace is apparently passé, who needs an entire institute dedicated to it? In February, President Trump signed an executive order to tackle the monumental task of reducing the scope of federal bureaucracy. This ambitious order specifically targeted the Institute of Peace, among other government programs like the U.S. African Development Foundation and the Inter-American Foundation. Because when you're slimming down the federal government, you obviously start with the institutions dedicated to peace and development. It's like Marie Kondoing your house by tossing out the fire extinguisher first. This executive order followed a previous decree on Jan 20 that established DOGE, which, despite its innocuous-sounding name, is actually tasked with streamlining government agencies. It directed agency leaders to set up their own DOGE teams, with the ultimate goal of making the federal government as svelte as a Trump Tower elevator, or as efficient as a Mar-a-Lago golf course. Take your pick. Now, one might wonder, what exactly is the role of DOGE in this grand reorganization of the federal landscape? Perhaps their mission is to bring a touch of Wall Street efficiency to the staid corridors of power in D.C. Or maybe they're just here to ensure that every government agency can fit into a tidy, tweet-sized package. Whatever the case, the Institute of Peace appears to have been in their crosshairs, and not even its noble mission could shield it from the bureaucratic slimming shears. But let's not forget the irony here. The Institute of Peace, an institution created to foster diplomacy and understanding, found itself embroiled in a confrontation with a department designed to promote efficiency. It's as if the universe just couldn't resist serving up a delicious slice of satirical pie, complete with a dollop of irony on top. As we navigate this whirlwind of executive orders and bureaucratic battles, one can't help but wonder, are we witnessing the dawn of a new, leaner government, or just another episode of political theater? Is the quest for efficiency worth the price of peace? Or are we just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic? But enough about our thoughts. What do you, our astute audience, think about this latest chapter in the Trump administration's saga? Do you see this as a necessary step towards a more efficient government? Or are we sacrificing something vital in the process? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you enjoy our satirical take on the news and want to stay updated on all the latest absurdities, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button if you find peace in irony, and drop a comment if you've ever been caught in a bureaucratic standoff of your own. Your engagement helps keep the satirical spirit alive and well in these surreal times. As the world turns and the news cycle spins ever faster, we'll be here to bring you the latest with a wink and a nod. Because in the end, if you can't laugh at the absurdities of life, you might just end up crying. And who wants that when there's so much to chuckle about?